So check this out. My older son had a soccer practice today, and it was a practice with him and some of his peers, and he wasn't feeling that well. So instead of just canceling the whole soccer practice, I let my younger son attend the soccer practice. Now check this out. When I say younger, he's like 2.5 years younger. But I asked and I said, hey, can my younger son take my older son's place? Even though the whole entire practice is full of people my older son's age. The trainer said, sure. And so he did not let up on my younger son. He put him through all the paces. I sat there and watched, and he had to do every drill to the highest level he could. He had to keep up with as much as he could. There was a scrimmage at the end where he had to hold his own with people 2.5 years, 3 years older than him. And he really held his own. I was very, very surprised. I was elated. I was very happy that he really got in there and stood his ground. And, you know, I mean, there are things that a younger kid just probably can't always do, but he did great with what he had. And so at one point, they were going through a drill, and he was getting worn out real bad. And he was like the last one to finish the drill, and he had to do some push-ups because the last person to finish the drill had to do push-ups. I told you, the trainer was not slacking on him. And so he comes over and he drinks some water, and he just looks at me like he's totally tired. The problem is there's 20 more minutes to this practice. So he looks at me, I look at him, and he goes right back out there, finishes the practice. He then gets into the car, and I look at him and I say, how you doing? And he just breaks down crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? He's like, that was so hard. And it really like hurt me. It was hurting. It was so hard. And I just didn't know why he had to push me so hard like that and train me so hard like that. And I said, but you got through it and you held your own. And he looked at me, he said, yeah, I had to get through it. And I said, is that why you didn't cry during the practice, but you cried afterwards? He's like, yeah, I had to get through it. I was in it and I had to get through it. And once I got through it, then I can cry. And I just learned so much from him just in that moment. You know, in the Bible, it says, count it all joy when your faith is tested, because when it's tested, it improves the endurance of your faith. Just like a body, count it all joy when your body's tested, because as it's tested, it endures, it improves the endurance of the thing. So I was thinking about how I just watched my son walk into a situation where he was tested, and he came out and he cried a little bit, but I bet you one thing, he's better than he was before he walked in. And so just like our faith is sometimes tested, and I know in the middle of it, it's real hard, and sometimes you doubt. But at the end, it's okay to let out a cry. It's okay to realize that what you've been through wasn't easy. But just know that you're better than before you went through it. Because what is tested can ultimately get better and be perfected. Hey, my youngest son taught me something today. I hope you got something out of it. See you on the other side.